Alrighty, folks, you may know by now I was lucky enough to be on the Ryan Pineda show. Thank you very much for all the views. Well over 100,000 views. You guys rock and roll. Apparently, Ryan Pineda was talking about Graham Stephan, the one and only legendary Graham Stephan. And Millennial Mike's got the cut. I have not seen this video, so this ought to be interesting.
Yeah, so, one of the arguments we've made about folks like Graham Stephan and folks like Meet Kevin, some of the big names in real estate investing, or at least they were a few years ago. One of the comments we make about them is, well, they bought real estate, but are they the most qualified to give advice on actually investing in real estate? And do they even do real estate investing now? So I was listening to this Ryan Pineda podcast, and about an hour in, he just goes on a little minute segment about Graham Stephan. I think people are going to find it interesting. So if you're ready, we're going to jump in.
Yeah, I haven't seen this. I look forward to it.
Now, in Graham's case, Graham, he doesn't do that much real estate. So, I mean, he got started as a realtor and he's bought some properties, but by no means is he like doing hundreds of deals or I would say he's what you are. He's a content creator who, like, I think you could learn to be like his level of expertise in real estate. Like he made his money from being a realtor early on, but he made pretty much all of his wealth making content. And then turn, he started buying some real estate because he already had previous experience of it. But even him, he's like a Dave guy. So he's ultra conservative. So he's like
super frugal,
mutual funds, everything else. I made my wealth literally being risky and flipping houses and like going all in.
All right, Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, I think, I do think Ryan and Graham are kind of on polar opposites. I've met Ryan. I have not met Graham. But just having watched hours of their material, I think all of that's fair. I actually appreciate Graham Stephan in the beginning, right? He starts really becoming a real estate agent at the beginning. He's humping it. He's finding leases. He's doing the hard stuff. Obviously, most of his income is from content creation. I think he sold, or at least I heard he sold, some of his properties. I think Graham is morphing, frankly, into a entrepreneur. Right. I think he's talking about like he's doing something with coffee or some other stuff. Yeah. So when I think about Graham Stephan, I don't think Graham Stephan is a real estate investor, in my opinion. I think Graham Stephan is a financial educator like Dave Ramsey. I think Graham Stephan is more Dave Ramsey than Ryan Pineda, for example, right? Ryan Pineda is a real estate guy who has morphed into a social media guy. He's done hundreds of deals. I mean, I've seen some of his properties. When I was shopping for real estate in Vegas, I happened to go to one of the houses that he owns, right? It was just total coincidence. But I'm like, wow, Ryan Pineda owns this? It's kind of weird. Small world. So again, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't even think Graham calls himself a real estate investor. I don't think he's posing. I don't think I've heard Graham really come out and call himself a real estate investor in a long time. So I don't think he's posing. I don't think it's bad. I think Graham Stephan is this generation's Dave Ramsey. I think he's helping millennials and Gen Z understand money. So good for him.
I think it highlights one of the common problems that there is with YouTube. And like you, I'm a big fan of Graham Stephan. I watched a lot of his videos in 2016, 2017. But one of the problems that I see that happens on YouTube all the time is when you go to YouTube to get advice on any topic, it could literally be any topic, being a mechanic, how to play soccer better. What you end up finding is there's a group of videos and a group of content creators who are true subject matter experts. They know what they're doing. Matt, the lumberjack landlord, you. And then there's the group of people who are very, very good at making YouTube videos. They might not be subject matter experts. They might just be extremely creative and entertaining and good at editing. And what happens is the videos that are more likely to be watched are the ones that are more entertaining. And sometimes those entertaining videos can provide a lot of good value. Sometimes they don't. But what's frustrating is the reason I call him a real estate investor is because he still owns a large majority of the keyword phrases and keyword search phrases on YouTube and on Google. When you look up some topic, you're likely to find him or bigger pockets. And I am a fan of Graham, but I think that it's important for people to realize, he did a house hack. He bought a few other rentals, but I listened to him say in a video within the last year when he talked about selling some properties that he hadn't done a rent increase in a decade.
I know.
That makes you a bad landlord, bro. Like,
Come
what
on
are
now.
you doing in California, the highest appreciating rent market in the country, probably?
Yeah. I don't think of Graham as a real estate investor. Maybe he was at one time. I don't know. But that's not when I think of Graham Stephan. Again, I don't know him at all, but I don't think he's a real estate. I think he's a financial educator, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Yeah, just different strokes for different folks, I guess.
All right, Mike. Well, that was all I had. I thought it was an interesting point. Again, I am a fan of Graham. I know you are too. So hopefully if he watches this, he doesn't think we're bagging on him too much. And Graham, if you are watching this, have Zuber on your show. He moved to Vegas so he could be neighbors with you. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
But have
just
him
for
on
you,
your
Graham.
show.
Just for you, Graham.